1, 2, and 3.
Son.
Dun dun.
All right.
Dun 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 dun.
Did you spill chips?
Dun 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 dun.
Okay. I met Jeanette I didn't meet her. I saw
Oh,
her.
nice. You recognize the iCarly theme song.
Bruh.
An OG fan.
Rachel met the
Dude,
iCarly girl.
I didn't meet her. I just saw her. Like a couple
You know
feet
who I
away.
got dinner with last week?
Jeanette McCurdy.
Who?
You.
What?
I know.
Why?
Dude, she
What the hell? How is
Couldn't
she
be me.
so different from her brothers?
She's a girl.
What does that mean?
What's that supposed to mean?
Is it
Speak of the
time?
devil.
Oh. Time.
Are we all gonna?
We gotta be real.
Jesse, get it? What are you doing?
Hell yeah.
I'm not afraid of manipulation. Wait, save that. I want to post that one. Wait, that's goated. Be real. All right, let's check in. What's up, everybody? My name is Jesse, and I am the host of the Rooftop Pod. Welcome back to another episode. We are back here today with my sister
Rachel.
and my brother
Andrew.
We finally made it back together. We are doing a Rooftop Pod episode with the 3 Zahn family kids,
Indeed.
which
Yes,
we haven't done
sir.
in quite a while. It's been some time since we've all 3 been together. Well,
Yeah.
not that long.
A month
No,
and a
it
half.
hasn't
I guess
been pretty
Christmas.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 months almost.
It's felt like a long time.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Oh, no,
Crazy.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so our one fan gave us this great idea of before each episode, we should check in to see how each other's weeks or months or however long has passed has gone, just so we can catch up as siblings. I think that's a fantastic idea. Even though we talk all the time, I feel like it's good to catch everyone else up, and there's some things that you might have left out in the time that we get to talk. So, I'm going to let y'all go first because I don't think much has happened on my end.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I was journaling on the plane right over here.
journal?
So yeah, I journal a lot. I've been
Damn,
journaling since
bro.
high school, man.
What?
Yeah, I have entries
See,
from
I didn't know that.
But a
you
lot.
consistently journal?
Yeah, in my notes app, I just thoughts
Oh, wow.
put down on pen and paper. I'm thinking about starting to use the voice memos and journal that way because typing
audio
is-
journaling.
Yeah, I might start audio journaling, but
I
was
just send those to people. Like I'll audio journal.
yeah, and
to
then they
specific-
disappear.
Keep them.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I don't. I think that's the beauty of voice messages is that they disappear.
Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that you journal.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. No.
I personally do not. I've tried journaling, but for some reason, I just can't keep up the habit.
I mean, it's not super consistently. I think I used to do it like every week, and then I was like, not that much happens in a week, and then it turned into every month, and now it's whenever like a really big life event happens, or honestly, whenever I feel like it. So sometimes it's like a couple months before or between journals. Sometimes it's like a couple weeks between journals.
I feel like I'm bad at writing, so I hate reading bad writing. So like reading my own journals and like how poorly I'm articulating my thoughts, I'm just like, this is not worth it. So I stopped.
I only journal when I'm like super sad. And for some reason, when I'm sad, the words I produce are just so beautiful. Like I'll go back.
More.
Like I'll go back. It's also been really interesting to see like what time of the year I'll be journaling because I have a big Google folder of like all of my sad thoughts. It's really depressing.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Is that
But-
toxic? I feel like you should intersperse it with happy journaling.
I have a couple, but the happy journals are only as a result of me trying to make myself feel better after I do a sad journal. So it'll be on the same day. But there's only like 2 of them. Haha. But yeah, so I guess like this, like specifically like a month and a half ish into a new semester is when I'll be really sad. Which has been really interesting to see.
Like the start of a school semester.
And it always happens.
Ever since I've been in college, yeah.
Oh, word.
I think that's true. I think the fact that you're done with break, you have to go back to school.
I see it.
It's
Yeah.
like the post-break depression, and then you have
Yeah.
to actually start doing work again.
Get in your rhythm.
Yeah, but then like once you start getting into the rhythm of things, once you're starting to finish off finals and midterms and stuff, then you can see the light, and then there's hope, and then there's happiness for the next break.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we
Right,
cut
right.
Andrew off.
Yes.
You were saying that you were journaling earlier.
on the plane.
Yes, I was journaling on the plane, and I was so grateful for everything that's been happening the past couple of weeks. I was like,
Aw.
life has been treating me pretty well so far.
All right.
But yeah, I know I'm sorry to glow.
He's just
But
bragging.
I'm gonna rub this in Jesse's face because I know he's jealous of this one. But I got
Okay.
invited to the Fred Again concert on Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness! So for those of you who don't know, Fred Again is
one of the most talented, famous
Yep.
music producers
Yep,
in the world.
yep.
Yeah.
him, Skrillex, and Fortet. Yeah. We're doing pop-up concerts in New York.
Been seeing that.
And the way to get tickets
Dang.
was that he posted a link in his story just at a random time. Tickets sold out within minutes, but my friend was able to cop tickets.
I saw
Sheer
Justin's
dumb luck.
I saw Justin's story documenting that
Yup,
moment. I
Yep,
was like,
yep. And then it was on Valentine's Day. I was like, Justin, you could have invited anybody in the city, and you asked me to join you? Oh my god, so honored.
I think
That's
he's
such a
sending
good
you a
friend.
message, bro.
I know.
The Valentine's Day
emoji?
Fred Again show.
Mhm. Oh my god, it was.
Dude, I
lit.
told my friend Mitch that you went to this show, and I also told him that you left early because you had to go to work the next day.
Okay,
Dude,
the concert ended
that
at
sh-
12:30. I left at 12. I
Wait,
was
the
there from
concert ended at 12:30?
Yeah.
No way, bro.
It was from 8 to 12, and they ran a little bit early or over.
I'm sure they played till like 3 or 4 a.m.
I mean, Justin told me that's when they ended. So I don't
Really?
know. Yeah.
Oh
Dang.
shit! Why didn't you just stay then?
Because I gave myself a. They played Delilah and then Skrillex's Monster remix, and then after I heard that, I'm like, damn, that's all I need. And it was a little past 12, and I'm like, fuck, I have work tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. I have work tomorrow. I need
Dude,
to
you
go to sleep.
stay. You stay to the end. You know how
there
unbelievably
for
hard it
4
would be to
hours.
get
When
those
are
tickets.
you gonna do this
Dude.
ever again?
You've been privileged to some really special like
Yeah.
events and moments while you've been in New York.
Yeah. And I
And
don't
But
I
I
feel like
also-
this one you just didn't take full advantage of.
There's
I do-
to some
Which makes me
I
extent,
was there for like 95% of the concert.
to some extent, like
99%
how
of the
much
concert.
more enjoyment are you gonna get out of it though?
The last like 20 minutes?
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
sure he closed out with a banger.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, for
He-
sure he did.
Yeah, I heard my favorite song by him. It was a good time. I was
Okay,
also
it's whatever.
crazy tired because I went sober, and
I don't care. You can go sober.
Yeah, it was a
great
whatever.
time,
You
but-
still have a good time. It's Fred again.
exactly, I had a great time, but I was tired. I'm an old man. I turned 25.
All right, what else has been going on in your
I
life?
got invited to an omakase dinner. That was really really good. I had
Wasn't it free too?
yeah, free omakase dinner. That was also really really good. 2 nights ago, I celebrated our mutual friend slash a guest of the pod, Luana's
Oh yeah.
25th birthday party at an all-you-can-eat hot pot place. It was also really really good. Just a lot of good food, good people, good vibes.
New York.
Yeah.
I need to start to reflect on what's been going on in my life.
But other than that, meeting a lot of new people in the city, which I think we can trickle into the next conversation topic.
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
I'll hold off on that.
Yeah, cool. Glad you're having a good time in New York.
Thanks, man.
Rachel, how's your time in Ohio? Same.
I mean, y'all have been getting my texts recently.
Yeah. Big depression.
Yeah, homegirl has not been doing well at all. Just a lot of burnout, I think. I've been recruiting this semester. And like, especially this week, I got a rejection that really hurt. And so that kind of sucked. And
But it's
so,
the rejection
Yeah, you
that
didn't
didn't
want 'em
matter
anyways.
as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, it was the offer
Yes.
I was going to take if I didn't get the one that I wanted, which
Yes.
I'm waiting to hear back on right now. And so if I don't get this, I'm kind of left with nothing, which doesn't feel great. Yeah, this school semester has been a lot.
I've now seen both of you guys go through recruiting, and you guys both get mad anxious and like
Yeah.
stressed.
It's
I've never
very
gone.
Yeah.
anxiety-inducing.
Well, I mean, I went through like a similar thing for med school, like interviewing and like application cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I took it like a little bit too chill. Like I miss like application deadlines because I just wasn't paying attention, And like,
That's fair.
oh, looking back, obviously, I wish I did it differently and I was more on top of my stuff. But I just didn't feel stressed or like
Interesting.
any pressure
Yeah.
to like do things on time or do things in a timely manner.
I don't think for
I was
me
way
it's
too
like
chill about it. I definitely should have spent a little more
Yeah.
effort on it.
for me it's more so of like I know exactly what I want this summer. And so if there's probably only like 4 or so things I applied to that like fit in really well with what I want to do. And like I've only heard back from 2 of the companies, and then one of them was the rejection that I got this week. So yeah.
Sad.
But I'm like very lucky already to have had those companies reach out to me because
Yeah, your
Yeah,
top
yeah.
choices, you got interviews at all of them.
yeah.
Which I don't think everyone can say that.
But yeah, I don't have a job for the summer yet, so
Hey, if anyone
That's
out
a little
there works
stressful.
at which company do you want to get a job at?
Arab.
Arab. If anyone works at Arab and is listening to this podcast,
Needs
get
a
Rachel a
sibling.
referral.
Hit me up.
Get her an internship. That would be crazy
be
if
nice.
this worked out.
be
But
nice.
Yeah.
you know, I think even if you don't get it, it's like you're still a junior.
Right.
This summer's experience obviously is like important, but like it's not
Yeah.
the end of the world if you don't get your top choice.
Yeah.
You'll still do an internship, you'll still get an experience, and that'll build towards your ability
Right.
to get the next internship.
I think I'm more so worried about like not enjoying the summer
I
more
agree.
than anything. So
That's fair. Do you think you would be able to get another position at a different company in a city that you want to go to?
well, I haven't. So this is the part that's like anxiety inducing, is that I did most of my applications at the beginning of last month.
Sure.
So now it's just a waiting game of like who's reaching out to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, like the companies that I've wanted to work for, they've all reached out to me, but only for specific positions. And then like my next tier of positions that I want are at those same companies.
Just not your top
Yeah.
positions. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't actually apply to that many companies. It's mostly
Yeah.
a lot of
Different
different positions.
Yeah. I
interesting.
probably applied to like 12 to 15 companies in total,
Oh,
but
that's
like
still a lot.
45 positions in
Positions.
total.
That's still a lot. Yeah, that's still a lot.
And so I've been interviewing. I've had at least like 1 interview every week.
Oh my god,
Yeah, since the semester started, which has been really crazy.
that's still pretty high. That means they want you, or at least interested in you.
I've only gotten 1 real offer,
Still pretty solid.
which I turned down. So.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, that was the right decision, I think, to
Yeah.
turn that one down.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
Well, I'm hoping or wishing you the best of luck for the rest of recruiting season for you.
Thank you. Hopefully it's over soon.
Yeah, hopefully. You hear back in the next week or two?
Within the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. We're hoping that Rachel ends up in New York with Andrew over the summer,
Super hype.
which would make this podcast really easy. Also, it would be just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because we've never
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
gone out with Rachel before.
Oh, we haven't.
Which would be crazy.
gonna
Going
be
out
wild.
with.
Oh
all
my
right, I
God.
remember the first time I
Dude.
went out with Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
so lit.
I've never seen Andrew like this before because I've never seen him like lit before.
Mhm.
And then we went out to Echo Stage.
Yup,
in
yup,
DC.
yup.
That first time I was like, holy shit, Andrew is lit.
It was
Where did
so
all this
much fun.
energy
Oh
come
my
from?
God.
Because
God,
Andrew's
I see
usually a
that.
pretty low key guy.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
when he's on one, dude,
Mhm.
he's on one, bro. I was like, I didn't even recognize him. I was like, yo, where did all this energy come
dang.
from?
Man, we're gonna.
I
go
like
on,
this.
like,
I was like, I like this
3-day
version of
benders
Andrew a lot.
together.
I don't know if we can do
A lot
3-day
of-
benders, but
Oh, I'm not built for that
yeah,
anymore.
no.
But we'll definitely rip
Hey,
some
yo.
crazy benders for
Sir,
sure.
yes, sir.
That'd be so fun. Oh my god. I actually, what are you like when you're lit? Are you more
Yeah, because
energetic?
now that
or-
you're 21, you can start drinking.
She's 21, so she's allowed to.
Yeah.
She only found out what she was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've gone out so much in those 2 weeks.
True.
No, I haven't gone out at all since the semester.
So what are
Sorry.
you like? Are you? Because some people get
I
like.
get kind of
sad-
aggressive.
Oh yeah. Oh, I could see
Yeah,
that.
that sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like physically or verbally aggressive.
Oh, verbally.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, that sounds. It's
Wait,
just
I actually
dialed
don't.
up.
I
It's
don't know
Rachel
if that would
dialed
mix
up.
well with Andrew.
That's
Really?
fine.
I don't know. I think you would be too mean to him.
But it's
But
like,
it's only at a certain level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not aggressive all the time. It's just when it happens. It does.
I think in the
okay.
context of the environment that we're in,
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm super hyped.
Yeah.
Super hyped.
I also really like to dance.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
Wow.
seen Rachel
Wait,
dance.
I don't think I've
before.
ever seen Rachel dance. Oh,
Me too. I also.
yeah, we're gonna
I'm
manifest
big into
New York
dancing.
happening.
This is so
yeah.
funny.
Dang,
I
are
think
they
we're all kind of similar in that regard.
really?
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. We're
What do you
guys-
think? What do you think
Wait,
I'm like when
I
I'm
don't
lit?
think. Oh, you.
I'm
dance
just
all
like-
the time.
I dance.
I dance
all the time.
already, yeah.
Yeah, because we don't go out. Yeah.
I dance every morning. I wake up.
You
I like
guys
spend
don't
30
really
minutes dancing. Whoa, that was scary.
Oh, jump scare.
Thanks,
Mommy.
Mom.
Thanks, mom.
Classic.
Oh wow.
It's how timely everyone gets to see our
Thanks,
mom express her
Mom.
love towards us by cutting up a bunch of fruit. But yeah, every morning I wake up, turn on my speakers, connect my Bluetooth, spend like 20 minutes just vibing to music while I brush my teeth, while I get ready, and just sets my day off right. Just like also moving around and getting like the juices flowing. Mostly do it so that I can get a good poop in the morning. But it also like just
I
like
can't.
wakes my brain up. Like
Yeah.
just like vibing to music. Music is awesome. I love
Yeah, maybe
music.
I should start doing that.
Yeah, music tickles my brain.
Because I've been
Really?
having mad brain fog in the morning, and I just can't wake up. I think.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best way to wake up is listening to good music and vibing. But yeah, the only thing that sucks is like if you can't find a place that you go out to that has good music, huge mood killer.
Ohio music.
Oh wait. Yeah. What type of music are you into?
Oh yeah,
when you go
what
out?
type of
Yeah,
music
yeah.
do you like to listen to when you go out?
Me?
Yeah,
Like oldies, EDM, rap,
Bangers
hip hop,
only. Not-
bangers only.
what kind of
Not
bangers
EDM.
though?
Just the banger
Doja.
kind.
Doja
Okay.
Cat.
Just
okay.
Doja.
Okay. Okay.
Doja
Yeah.
is a good going out vibes. Do you like hip hop?
Oh yeah.
You like listening to
But
Drake?
that's like oh.
You Drake stan?
I
Damn.
think,
Because the kind of
well-
music that we like to listen to,
Yeah.
like on a regular basis, does not like you can't go out and like party to that kind
like
of music.
R&B.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious as to like what kind of music you listen to when you go out. Like when you're pre-gaming, what's on the aux for you?
I never take aux for pregame. Like my
Really?
friends always
Damn.
take aux.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
Because I don't listen to going out music on a regular basis.
I know,
or like
but like, what do you enjoy listening to then? All right, guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. Jesse, how's life been for you?
oh yes.
Man, I kind of wish I journaled now that like you're asking me because I let life pass by, but I don't really like keep track of what's going on. I think it's really easy to let moments slip away if you're not like keeping track and like intentionally like trying to remember things that are going on. Mostly been working in lab. I've got a couple exciting research projects I'm working on right now.
Fun.
Picked up a new hobby. I'm gonna learn how to mix, DJ.
Yep.
Love that. My friend Kate is trying to learn how to DJ.
Yeah,
Not actually, just for
I think
shits
it's
and
a
giggles.
hobby that's. I mean, if you enjoy listening to music, it's like a pretty natural hobby to pick up. But I like to mix like R&B and hip hop as well as house and EDM, and like cross genre mixing is very difficult. BPMs are super different. Lyrical songs are super hard to mix.
Yep.
But you know, it's been a fun challenge learning the new skills and stuff. But I don't know what else has been going on in my boring ass life.
Whoa. Whoa, watch the profanities.
Sorry.
Ding, ding, ding. Your undergrad got a 5.
Oh my god,
523.
yeah, my undergrad is super smart. She smashed the MCAT.
Super.
I'm super proud of her.
Smashed.
She also like works really hard in lab and does a lot of crucial experiments for me. So, props to you, killing it. Oh, Rachel and I are going to a SZA Omar Apollo concert
my
next
God,
week.
Yeah.
So
Tuesday.
excited for
Oh my
that.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and Omar Apollo just dropped a new song called 3 Boys.
It's the best song of all. Dude, I've been like abusing that
I
song.
know.
It's so bad.
It dropped and I listened to it straight the entire day. Like
Yeah.
no other songs aside from that one.
It's between that and Let Me Go, Daniel Caesar song.
Yeah.
I've been having those just back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth. I'm just like, I'm gonna burn these songs
Yeah.
out. in,
Every
like, no
3
time.
hours I'd be like, I guess SZA is also performing. So like cue
forgot
one
I
of
have
her
to-
songs.
I have to like
She's a
review her SOS
Yeah.
album before I go, but I'm actually more so looking forward to Omar than
Yeah,
SZA.
I have been looking forward more so to Omar because I went to his concert in May, and
He was on
hands
tour,
down, the best concert I've been to.
He's pretty good live.
He's amazing live. Like he brings so much energy. Like I think the one thing that I really appreciate about artists that perform is when they look like they're having a good time on stage. Like you can tell that they love what they're doing.
They're not just performing.
Yeah.
They're like vibing.
They're having fun
Yeah.
and like they love all the people that they're doing it with, like their bandmates and everyone. They're just like vibing. Like
yes.
great
It's gonna be kinda
performer.
different because
Yeah.
I feel like it's a massive stadium. It's a big show.
Right.
Like Omar's probably used to like
smaller.
more
He's
intimate
played at
vibes.
festivals though.
That's true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. He does play a lot of festivals. But I'll be interested to see what it's like because I actually prefer smaller, more. I mean, most people
Yeah.
do. But it's gonna be such an like privilege to watch our top like
Top
favorite
two.
artists
Yeah.
of 2022 perform on the
Yeah.
same tour.
Yeah. When she announced the tour with Omar Apollo opening, I about died.
Like, are we dreaming?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Insane.
that's pretty awesome. Andrew,
Yeah.
how? Yeah, I feel like New York probably have way more concert opportunities.
Yeah,
Do
but
tickets go quicker?
it's so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Wanted to see Noah Khan, couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
Wanted to obviously SZA, couldn't get tickets. Taylor
Right.
Swift couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
It's the competitive market.
But I'm
of
talking,
getting-
yeah, but I'm talking about more of the like the low key,
Yeah.
more intimate
Mm-hmm.
vibes. I feel like there are a lot of those shows.
Yeah,
Probably a lot more like underground artists that you can find.
probably
feel
just
like-
like look for them.
When Rachel's there over the summer, she's gonna do
She's
a
gonna
really
be,
good
yeah,
job of
finding
finding
them.
those
Yep.
smaller artists and the
Yep,
shows that they play because there's probably tons of them. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
And even artists that like aren't that small but'll only hit bigger cities. So like the two concerts that I've been wanting to go to or like wanted to go to were Orion's Son, who only did like Chicago, New York, and then Teo, who's only going to Chicago, New York. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because everyone will swing through those.
Are there any
cities.
festivals we're going to this summer?
No. Not yet. Govball?
That's true.
Gumball.
I was actually thinking that one.
Godball's okay. I forget what the
Really?
lineup was.
I know Kendrick's performing,
It's pretty good.
but that's the only standout one.
Can look it up. I'm curious now.
Yeah. We should definitely hit a festival.
I would be down. Lizzo, Kendrick, Lil Nas. Yeah.
Interesting.
Diplo.
Heavy hitters.
Omar Apollo.
You're lying.
Yes, sir.
We gotta go.
Omar's been featured on a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will follow Omar to the ends of the earth.
Oh, Snail Mail.
Didn't you meet Snowman?
She was in our apartment at Georgetown. Yeah.
Wild.
What do you
Ryan,
mean?
one of my roommates invited Snail Mail to an after party at our apartment after their show, and they actually swung by.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
pretty sick.
At your
Crazy.
dinky little
Uh-huh, that
Georgetown
had-
house that was pretty run down.
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
But
Dang.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about it. And I'm like,
such a disgusting. It was great vibes, but very,
Vibes
very
are always
run
good.
down. Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah, when you're living with 5 other dudes, it's an experience.
It was like an older building too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Super rundown.
Okay. Other than that, I don't think too much has been going on in my life. I've been going out a lot, but I
feel like this
recently
isn't new.
realized.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's not super new, but I realized that I can have fun without drinking alcohol.
That's solid. That's
Yeah.
actually really solid.
It's like different though. Like you kind
We
of have to
talked
put
about
in more
this.
effort. Whereas like when you're drinking, it's effortless fun.
Yeah.
But when you're like
You have to be intentional.
sober, you have to be intentional. Like I gotta keep my energy up. I gotta, be more social, and it's more draining that way. But having no hangover the next day and being able to like be a real human
yeah.
the next day without having like a cloud over your head the whole day,
Yeah.
it's the best feeling ever. I'm also gonna give up vaping.
Nice.
Although in the sense that, well, okay. Okay, so kind of
Dead.
inspired me, kind of, because he's doing like an anti-vaping campaign with the
That's
government.
hilarious.
Wait, is that public yet?
What, the government?
Ah,
Yeah,
shit. Okay, one of our, I'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, but he was like, oh, like, what kind of ad would you want to see that would make you want to stop vaping? And then I actually had to think about it. I was like, why do I vape? Like, what does it give me, and like, why is it bad? And one thing that I think vaping does to you is it makes you age faster. Like the day, I don't think there's scientific proof behind it, but I feel just old the next day. I feel tired. I feel old. Like, I feel like my eye bags are more accentuated. Like, and then you can see, like, I feel like people who vape more, they just look older. They don't look as youthful.
Interesting.
They just look more tired. I think I don't know if
Is
that's
that
like
as
a
a
real
result
thing. I
of
think it's
vaping
anecdotal.
or of like other things
The
that
lifestyle
they
that
do?
comes with
yeah.
Yeah, I think going out in general just is not good
Ages
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say that I want to drink less and vape less, but like literally I just went out last night and like was peer pressure to go out, ripped like 5 shots
Okay.
just like right before hitting the Uber, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm drinking tonight. I didn't get super lit, but like
Yeah.
I still felt a little hungover today. And the
5
drive up
shots
here,
will still do that. Yeah.
the drive here was not the most fun.
No, I think I don't like drinking. I'm
Yeah,
only
because
gonna.
you guys see the problem for
I'm
me
only
is
gonna do drugs from now on.
doesn't okay.
I told you, Andrew.
Yeah,
drinking
that's
out,
true.
drugs in.
Yeah, my side effects of drinking aren't as bad because you said rip 5 shots. Like, dude, that day I darted, it was like 15, 20 drinks in a day.
Jesus.
But I felt fine the next day. Like, I
Yeah.
felt maybe like 80%. Just like a little tired, but no hangover, no headache.
I started
Like, I
getting
don't
hangovers.
gain weight or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any like negative side effects of really, really binge drinking. But after going to Fred again, I think I had a shot and a half, maybe 2 shots. If the music is good, the company is solid, and the environment is lit, then you don't really need alcohol. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we'll say again.
forgot.
The company.
Yeah. This is all very contingent on 3 very important factors.
Yeah, three conditions must be
Yeah.
The
satisfied
trifecta.
in
Yeah.
order for me to
Yeah.
have fun without drinking.
Yep.
Good music.
Yep.
Has to have good music.
Bangers.
Otherwise, it's a dud.
What can you do?
Good company.
Mm-hmm.
Good company. Company is very important
Yeah.
to how good your night goes. And then
Fair.
I say good environment. Like the overall vibe of
Good.
the
Like everyone
crowd.
else
good vibes.
is also.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. Because like the vibe can be like, oh, like we all just finished exams. The vibes are good. People are celebrating.
Yeah.
Rather than just like a night out on like a
Yeah.
Thursday night, and you
Yeah.
guys don't really have a reason to be out.
Yep.
If all 3 of those conditions are satisfied, I think I could have an immaculate time without
Sober.
drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Which also means that like, if those 3 conditions aren't met, should you be going out that night? Should you be going out on nights that you... Okay, so we kind of recently... Because like when you go out, at least whenever there's a pregame, there needs to be some momentum. There's no momentum, then people aren't like really willing to get out of their homes to go
Right.
out.
Go rah rah.
Yeah. So like obviously the more those 3 conditions are being fulfilled, the more likely people are going to want to
Yeah.
go out. And is it worth going out if like, say, I don't want to say like the company's not good, because like usually if you're going to go out with your friends, you can't say they're
I think if you have 2 of the 3 legs, then it's still gonna be
Good
a good
enough.
time.
Okay.
If you only have 1 of the legs, the stool's gonna fall. And if you have
Yeah.
no legs, you can't sit.
true,
Yeah.
true.
I think the main reason why I haven't been going out this semester is just that like I know if I go out I'm not gonna have a good time, so I might as well not.
See, for me, I have a good crew that I always go out with. We have like 2 places that we go out to that we always know plays good music. Oh, recently, Lost Social Club in Cleveland. Y'all been slacking with the music.
Call them out. At them.
So there's this club that we love going to. Always plays bangers, and we don't really need a good reason as long as, like you said, I think only 2 of the 3, like the 2 more important ones are the people and the music.
Yeah.
And once those two are satisfied, I like always have a good time with the people that I go out with. So like, because my friends are all 4th year med students and they're about to match and like they have no responsibilities because they've already all interviewed and turned in all their applications and stuff, they basically go out every weekend. So I have the opportunity to go out every weekend, Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights.
That's wild.
Dang.
And for me, it's just like, I also don't really have that many responsibilities or reasons not to go out. So I'm just like, also, I probably, once they leave, I won't see them for a long time. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of these moments and spend as much time as I can with them while they're still here. And yeah, so I go out a lot. But then I think recently I'm just like, I think this is making me age faster.
Yeah, probably.
Like drinking and vaping is just like, it tires your body. Your body's literally, it has to metabolize toxins 2 days every week, and just like
back to back.
Yeah, just like every week my body's like, dude, stop doing this to me. Like,
Yeah,
give me a break, please. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay.
for
So
the
one
liver,
night
yeah.
I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna drink and see what happens. And it was only okay. I don't think
yeah.
it just, I think everyone else's vibes were kind of off that night because we went to like a med school party, not for our class. It was for another class. So like the people there weren't like people we knew that well. I mean, we all still had each other, but it just felt off. I don't know if it was because I didn't drink or because like it was just an off night.
Did everyone also not really drink?
No, everyone else seemed to have. I realized part of my role so I feel like in a going out group, everyone kind of has to play a role. You need to have someone who's like more hype and someone who like,
Right.
and surprisingly, I think I'm one of those people that has to bring the energy, which is like exhausting.
The party don't start till
And Jesse
Jesse
walks
gets
in.
No, not like that. Not like that. But like, I'm usually not that person. Like
Okay.
traditionally,
fill
I've
that
been the
role.
person who's just there vibes and like doesn't provide
Just vibing.
energy. Yeah. Because I don't have that much energy to give. But like in my med school, I feel like since most people aren't like med school selects for certain types of people, and like out of that pool of people, I feel like I'm relatively more energetic.
I see.
So it's like me and my friend Mitch, who I feel like we have, if we don't go out, there's no like, the energy's not really there.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sometimes it's fun though, being the person who like brings the heat. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
You see everyone perk up.
No, it's not. I'm gassing myself up too much, but yeah. And I realized, I think maybe like if that person that has that responsibility isn't lit, then like I think that not ruins, but like brings the rest of the mood.
Or
like that one
mood
person who
doesn't lift it up.
yeah, the one person who brings energy up is very important because they need to bring the mood up for everybody. Yeah. This is a weird tangent. I was not expecting to have this conversation.
Yeah. That was strange.
Anyways, I was just really excited for the potential of going out with Rachel over the summer.
Yeah, we're gonna manifest this one.
Rah rah.
Yeah. Catch us out in the streets this
Oh
summer.
my gosh.
We gonna be out in the streets.
After
The
our rooftop, we
streets.
going straight to the
Yeah.
streets.
I'm interested in like what types of clubs that will like I want to become like not regulars, but like find one place that we really like, that all three of us really like, and just like go there like
Rah, rah.
every weekend. Because I don't think we've found that place yet in New York. Like
I've
there
been to
isn't
a couple good spots,
Really?
not clubs, but I really like the bar scene. It's
I
the
don't
Lord.
like the
Yeah,
bar scene.
okay. There's like dancey
Unless
bars that I
there's
really
dancing,
like. Yeah, I'm a big fan of dancey bars, but been to a couple more clubs in New York. Yeah, I still haven't found the spot.
Yeah.
Still looking.
I feel like Lava was a lot of fun the one time we went, but it's like the demographic there isn't great, I would say.
The vibes were not super lit.
The music was good.
The music was
I
great.
like the music a lot.
And we
It
still
was-
have a good time because
Yeah, it was just a little too crowded.
good company,
We
good
did have
music,
good company.
but the third leg just wasn't quite
Yeah,
there
the
yet.
vibes were kind of weird.
Still looking.
Fair.
All right, let's go into our first question. So we had one person ask us on our Discord about how you make friends after college. So after college, obviously, you don't have the same predetermined or pre-structured friend making
you're not in an environment where you're surrounded by like-minded people in your peer, like in a super close proximity all the time.
You're also not by people who are looking to make friends either, because I feel like college is an environment where like everyone's willing and open to make friends.
Exactly. So like I think a lot of people, once they leave college, especially if you move into a city where you don't know people, a lot of people will struggle with like making new friends. I personally haven't experienced that because I went from school to more school, and
you still haven't left.
I haven't entered the real world. So like a lot of my friend making capabilities remained. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this, but basically there's already an environment where it's amenable for building friendships and building relationships with like-minded people, peers, and like with school, you also have like you spend a lot of time with each other in an environment where you're striving for the same goal, and I think that's conducive for friendship. Whereas when you're in the real world, like you can make friends with work, but at that point, I feel like it's really weird. I don't understand why, like corporate America, like that environment, why does it not breed friendships? Like, why isn't it more common that like when you join like a large corporation that you become really tight with all your friends?
So I think it sometimes happens depending on the work environment. So I feel like I joined work at a weird time because I joined as a consultant during COVID. So we were never in the office, but I've heard from like other analyst classes at banks or consulting firms, all like the first year analysts, especially at IB companies or banks, they get super close because it's like working on a late night project together. So it's a bunch of like 22, 23 year olds in the office till 1, 2, 3 in the morning. But during COVID, I was still by myself in my room. So even though I think I would have become friends with some of the analysts in my class, we just never saw each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
But when I went to Gymshark, I do think I was actually friends with my coworkers because we go out together, do like activities together outside of work, and that's because Gymshark was just such a laid back culture, and we were all in our early 20s. So we did like an intramural team together. But now at Disney, this is my third job out of college. I don't think I'm going to make any like I like everybody at work. They're all super nice people, but I am the youngest person in my team by like 3 years, I think. Everyone else is either young couples or have families. So I don't know. The topics that they talk about is just vastly different than the world I'm living in. Yeah.
I was also going to say, like, from my limited experience in corporate America, it's like very much so has to be a young team that's like enthusiastic and energetic. Because once you're older, like I'm so not to be ageist or anything, but like it's not the same. Like
I think your priorities change.
Yeah, you're not as right, because your focus is more so on your family than it is like making friends at work or like maintaining those kinds of friendships. It's definitely more towards, especially if you have kids, like that's a lot of time. So yeah.
But I do see the parents bonding at in my team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They talk about like where they're taking the kids on the weekends and like I don't know,
that's cute.
different daycares and stuff throughout the city. So
yeah, I think work culture is really important. If you're looking to make friends outside of college or out of college, I think finding a job where the work culture and environment breeds like close friendships. Do you think though those companies actually perform better because because they have like a culture of togetherness and hanging out like outside of work? I mean, obviously people are going to be happier going into work when they're going to work with their friends. But do you think they're actually more productive? That's kind of a tangent question, but
we talked about this in business school. It's not quite the same as friendship, but I remember doing a case study where they're like, why is Google so like productive and like high achieving? It's because they have a concept. Well, that's what they said in the business school case.
Okay.
But like we talked a lot about the concept of psychological safety, which isn't quite the same as like friendships. But when you are with friends and peers, you feel like you can say anything. You're not afraid to make mistakes or take risks. And essentially that was like the takeaway from that case study. Yeah. So I think so. But at the same time, that's okay. Gymshark laid off 70% of the North American team, so maybe this is indicative, but we had a lot of fun in the office.
Well, Google also laid off
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's true.
Is it just
seven.
the
I don't
economy?
remember.
And,
It's definitely
it's
the economy.
It's the
Yeah.
economy. It's
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
doing
you're right,
huge
yeah.
layoffs right now.
Right.
I don't.
yeah, no, you're right.
But also, I think work culture now is gonna tighten up a lot
Yeah.
more. Like those like day in the life, like
yeah, where you
working
don't
in
do
tech, where
anything,
they're
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
dicking around the whole day.
Yeah.
It's just like that's. Well, first of all, you should stop making that content
Yeah.
if you were making it.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get fired.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's gonna be way less common now.
Mm.
But I do feel like an aspect of, well, first you want to be able to attract people to your company.
Right.
And good work culture is an attractive feature for a company.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take that back what I said about Gymshark, because since we had so much like, I think we had a lot of just like off conversations. We talked about life. I enjoyed being in the office, staying in the office, and I do think the net target was still more productive than if I
Yeah.
hated being there.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not like racing out at 5
Mhm.
whenever you clock in your hours.
I also think when you're working with people that you like, you're like more concerned about their success as well, like not just your own success, but
right,
making
yeah.
sure that they're able to
Mm.
hit like whatever deadlines they have too.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
So,
agree.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think that type of work culture is very important.
Mm-hmm.
I love Gymshark.
Yeah. So besides making friends, I guess in your workplace, I feel like there's also, I mean, most people have work friends and then also non-work friends
Mhm.
as well. I feel like that's way harder to develop because it's not like predefined groups of people
Mm-hmm.
that like are scheduled to get together every single day. Like you have to make an effort to find ways to connect with people consistently. And I think you did a little bit of that while you were in Denver, just because you were in a city where you didn't know anyone and you kind of had to put yourself out there to make friend groups. How did you do anything?
I struggled to make friends in
Okay.
Denver. I mean, the thing is, my circumstances were a little different. I think I had 4 friends out of Denver that I still keep in contact with. One was from work, and we hung out a ton outside of work because we went climbing together, and we were both into that. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
But the other 3 friends, like one of them was from a modeling gig I did, and that's not like a typical environment people are placed in. And the other 2 were from the internet, because we were both creators in the space. But the takeaway there is still like-minded interests or similar hobbies, because that's how I've made my friends outside of the people I already know in New York. So new friends in New York I've made because of my climbing gym, where I'm showing up there every day at like the same time. And for some reason, if any of you guys are in New York, Vital, Brooklyn is just a great vibe to meet and talk to people, because people will just come up and talk to
me
you.
there.
Yeah.
Versus the climbing gym I went to at Denver, people didn't really
yeah.
socialize
No, that's
with
true.
like other groups of people hanging out. But at the gym I'm at, people would just come up and talk to
There's
you.
a sense of community
That's so
there
cute.
for sure. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
surprised. Like, well, okay, so I mean, when I went, Justin came up to us and he's like one of your great friends. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, this is like a very.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone here is friends with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a vibe. That
Do you
gym is
think
great.
that's like a New York thing? Because
Be a New York thing.
so I'm a planning minor, and so like a lot of what we've talked about is like walkable cities and like spaces where people are just meeting people all the time. It's like there's a bigger sense of community in
Yep.
places like New York where it's walkable and you're passing by people and like seeing faces and having those daily interactions versus
Well-
Colorado. It's like very much so spread apart. Like you kind of need a
Driving,
car to get everywhere, so you're seeing less people, interacting with less people.
I see that, but a lot of people say that like living in a big city is even lonelier than living in like a smaller city, because
Is that
like
because
on the streets of
Yeah.
New York, you're not gonna like randomly pull someone aside and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Like, I want to meet you," and like talk to
Unless
and
you are
stuff.
Right.
Luann. Literally.
Wait, what?
During her birthday dinner, sorry, side tangent, I was sitting next to one of Luann's friends. I was like, oh,
Okay.
how'd you meet? And then she was literally like, Luanna came up to me, said that she liked my vest, and we started talking at the
Oh,
subway
wow.
station.
Yeah.
So it was just like randomly out. So
I think
you do
girls
have
are
to-
better at that
Yeah.
too. Like they just like complimenting each other.
Hmm.
And then they just became friends. I was just like,
Oh, wow.
dang, I know. So, I mean, to make friends, it's hard, but it's also not. You do
Yeah.
have to put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
That essentially, you have to talk to people, or at least make it approachable for you to be talked to. Like,
Yeah.
if you have your, like, Bose like quiet comfort noise cancellation
Yeah, no one's
headphones,
coming up
no
to
one's
you.
gonna come up and
Yeah.
like with shades on. No one's gonna talk to you.
Is on.
I don't know.
Just
So the key is to look approachable.
Either look approachable or approach people.
I've been told I'm approachable.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Would you guys agree with this assessment?
I don't know.
I haven't seen
Really?
you out in the wild.
Yeah, I haven't
I'm
seen.
trying
I,
to think.
In the
I,
wild.
I feel like you would have an RBF, but
Really?
I've only seen you in the context of our family,
But-
Yeah.
which doesn't really count because you always have an RBF when you're at home. You're just always annoyed, but that's maybe you're different, like out and about.
That's good.
Interesting. Okay, anyways.
Next question.
Yeah, no, I think finding those communities or those environments where it's conducive for meeting and making relationships, like Vital is a good example. Those are kind of hard to find because
Yeah.
there are some, like, you can go to another rock climbing gym and like everyone's just doing their own thing,
Yeah.
not talking to each other. But I think as soon as that becomes normalized, then it's way easier to just approach people. Cause like because in Vital, the culture is such
Talk
that
to
it's
people.
normalized to just talk to random people and strangers at the gym. But the gym has to overcome a certain, I guess, activation energy of making that normal before like people like commit to, oh, okay, this is like a normal thing to do.
No.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But one thing you were saying about like your hobbies, I think that's one really good way to like make friends is leaning into your hobbies and finding
Yeah.
a community of people who also like that hobby. And you could be very different from each other, but at least as long as you have one common thread, like one strong common thread, it's really easy to start getting along.
Yeah.
So-
Especially if it's like something that you can do together and
Yeah.
like, spend time doing those things
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, those create really meaningful relationships. I know in a lot of bigger cities there's a lot of like recreational sports leagues that people join. Like people who love soccer would just come together and play in a soccer league, or love basketball to play in a pickup league.
Yep.
That's a really good way to make friends. And I know a lot of my friends made friends in new cities in that route. It's kind of similar to rock climbing, and even like social media. Like
Yeah.
my thing is, now that we have access to social media, use that to your advantage. Like you can meet so many people through social media. Once you put yourself out there, put your personality out there, a lot of like-minded people and people like in your space will just naturally become attracted to your content, and then you can become friends with those people. I think that's one of the most fulfilling things that has come about with social media. Yeah, it's just another hobby. Yeah. Any other tips for our lonely fans out there?
I don't think they're lonely.
I'm kidding.
It is hard though.
Yeah.
Soon
Like,
to
I
not
was-
be lonely.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all suffered through lonely
Yeah,
periods of our
exactly.
life.
Oh, yeah.
Denver was tough. It was like 6 months of literally
Ohio
not having
is
any
tough.
good friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
I think
finding
it's
one.
also important, at least for me, like I kind of know wherever I end up, I'll at least have one really close friend nearby. And it's because I've maintained a lot of my friendships from high school. And like I intend on maintaining a lot of the ones that I make in college too. And like because I have like that network of old friends, like I know that if I end up living near them, that's like a connection that I can really easily like strengthen and bond over once I move out of college.
That's true. I've never actually gone to a city where I've known nobody like you did in Denver.
Yeah.
Like I've always gone in at least
Yeah.
having one or two really, really close friends.
Yeah. I would
that's-
recommend.
Yeah. So if you're moving out, find somewhere that you have like at
One.
least one strong connection
Make
with.
it easier. Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier, especially if they already have pre-built like
Yeah,
friendship
networks.
circles. Like
Right.
you can just like leech on to that because it's super
Swoop
easy
in.
to integrate yourself into like a pre-built friendship group. This coffee is really helping.
Nice.
That's good.
I feel sharp, but also slow at the same time.
I feel slow.
Like my body just feels. Dude, this week I've been ripping some crazy workouts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So me and my friend Mitch, we've been working out every single day in the week.
Well, dang.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, right? My entire body
Ain't
is.
even me.
That ain't even me.
Andrew, I know you work out
penis
every
in
day.
my
What are you
tooth.
talking about?
No.
He climbs
even
now.
Yeah, actually, I can't climb. I injured my wrist. I know.
When?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't deadlift
Whoa.
either right now either, which is also why I ran that week.
Whoa.
uh,
That's kind of crazy.
All right.
No, it's pretty bad.
Another thing is like
Anyways.
go to the gym and find a friend to go to the gym with you, because my workouts are like 50 times better when I'm working out with someone
Really?
who's keeping me accountable.
Yeah.
And like
Messing around by yourself. Yeah.
when you're messing around by yourself, I feel like what happens is you take really long breaks, or at least I do. I just between
I
sets,
end
I'll
up
be on
taking-
TikTok, I'll be like,
Yeah.
hold on, how long has it been between sets?
I usually go, no, I like going by myself because I feel like I take longer breaks when I'm with another person. And also, a lot of my friends like don't regularly go to the gym, so I end up having to teach them a lot of things, and then
Oh,
that
see,
just
that's
like
not-
really
yeah.
extends my
'Cause I
gym
feel like
sessions
Mitch knows
too.
how to work out.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah,
ortho
that's
bro.
fair.
Like he's gonna become an
Yeah.
orthopedic surgeon. He knows
He
like
gotta.
everything.
Yeah.
Like he knows a workout for every like muscle in your
Damn.
body. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. He's shown me some pretty crazy movements. I'm like, I didn't know I could hit that. But
Yeah.
I've been like sore every day. Like
Dang.
today, my entire body is sore because we did a
Wow.
crazy leg day
Yeah.
where I actually finally figured out how to do hip thrusts correctly.
Oh, nice. That's
Dang.
nice.
And my glutes have been just like on fire since that leg day.
Yeah.
Crazy leg workout. We did back and
that'd be
bis
dope.
yesterday. My biceps so sore right now. And then we did adductors on the leg day. Oh my god, I don't hit those as often as I should. But adductors and abductors, hip adductors and abductors, goated workout. So good.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought that, I don't know.
It's gonna help your
Someone
feels
on
good.
TikTok said that those weren't super effective.
I'm super sore, so it's
Something's
affecting
working.
something.
That's fair.
Yeah, I haven't been like this sore in so long. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but
Oh, it's just a new stimulus.
yeah. So I'm probably gonna keep working out more regularly,
Hell yeah.
live a
Good job.
healthier lifestyle,
Drink less.
drink
work
less,
out more.
work out
Damn, this
more.
man's a changed man.
Yeah, probably not though. I'm still drinking like
Okay.
every other weekend. Every weekend, actually. It's
And not
been
this.
everywhere.
Oh wait, yes, this weekend.
It
Not
already
the
happened
rest
this
of
weekend. That's true. I'm gonna get some good sleep in this comfy bed that we have.
I'm not gonna lie, too, because this week and last week I didn't drink, which was really nice. I think my body needed it.
But it's so fun in
It
the
is so
moment.
fun. Well, I was saying off camera, I don't have like as bad as side effects as you guys do,
Really?
because I don't
Yeah.
get nauseous at all.
Yesterday I was kind of surprised because like I got back from dinner and I was sober from dinner and
Dimmer.
Dimmer.
and I came back to my roommate and a bunch of our friends pre-gaming. I was like, oh, I thought you guys already left, so I was planning on going to sleep early, maybe play some Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then my friend Lloyd, who's like super enabler, was just like, you're coming out with me. I'm like, I'm sober and the Uber is like 5 minutes away. And he's like, take a shot with me. I was like, okay, I'll take one shot and see
Yeah.
where it goes. Felt nothing. He's like, take another shot with me. I took another one.
Wow,
Ended
he
up
was an
ripping
enabler.
5 shots in
Oh
like 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm going to throw up probably because that much alcohol in that short span of time. But I was fine.
Yeah.
And then I started
Crazy.
feeling it in the Uber, like feeling good in the
Yeah,
Uber.
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, this could be a fun night. Ended up being a fun night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, dang, I think I do need to drink that.
We'll work on that this summer.
No.
Dang, drinking is so fun in the moment.
Wow,
though.
this podcast enabling the right message right now.
No. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, a
yeah.
lot of people my age now, since
The
I'm not getting
consequences
old,
get-
but like a lot of people now are giving up drinking and stuff because they're like, I need to start
It's not
taking care of my body.
Yep, yep.
And
Body is a temple.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
but
gosh.
I don't.
Oh my gosh. No, my best friend, she sends me, whenever she's drunk, she always sends me voice messages. This is like something that she started doing this semester.
Okay.
And so I woke up one day on a Friday morning. It was like 20 minutes worth of voice messages.
Dang.
And one of them was like, wait, but I'm starting my body as a temple except on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I said,
Tuesdays.
okay.
Tuesdays.
Going up on a
Tuesdays, it's
Tuesday?
because they're like some club, like bars, whatever, have like events on those days. So
On a
Tuesday.
she
Club
is
going
not
up.
she's not taking any technical
On a
courses her last
Tuesday.
semester. It's also her
Oh, I
last
forgot she's
semester.
still in school.
She's
Yeah.
in school? What?
I thought she was working.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Dang.
You're in college.
I honestly like
Not a great
People,
excuse, but
like,
yeah.
go
That is
out
so much-
surprise me because
Really?
I'm just like, what are they like when they go out? Because they're so timid and like,
Timid
yeah, she seems really quiet and timid.
around you guys.
Well, yeah, that's the only context I know her is when she's around me.
That's true. It's okay. I haven't gotten lit with her either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I think when we're together, it's like we just do all the things that we like doing, which is like really stupid, silly little adventures.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys mostly hang out and do like baking and.
That's
stuff like
here. But like when we're in
Yeah.
cities.
I wonder if because I know Andrew and I going out is fun, but what if it's like a miss with Rachel? Do you think that's possible? I don't think it's possible.
Ouch.
It's a possibility though, because sometimes you go out with people and it's a miss. Like you're just like vibes aren't
compatible.
aren't compatible.
No, we just need to curate the perfect vibes for the weekend.
No, I'm sure it's
Make it
gonna be
happen.
fine, but a small part of me is like, what if it's a miss? No, it's not going to be. I'm not super concerned. I don't think it's
I'll just
concerning.
excuse myself
I'm
from
just
the
super
from the
excited.
hangout.
No, what? No,
I'll just
that's
leave.
not the point.
I just take the subway home by myself.
No, you cannot
Yeah,
do
you're
that
not
as
doing
a
that.
small Asian lady in New York.
It's okay.
It's a
I'll stand
recipe for
behind.
disaster.
I'll stand behind like the concrete posts in the subway so no one can push me into the tracks. You know,
Yeah, that's not
I'm
gonna help you.
street
No.
smart.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
you're
that's what it
built
takes.
5 foot.
Yeah. You're not built street smart. Not built for the streets, Rachel.
Yeah.
Wow, I love being a woman. I was talking to one of my professors the other day about being a woman, especially in engineering and civil, because she was like, she ended up asking me, she was like, "Oh, do you plan on having a family?"
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
that
she was
conversation.
like, "Yeah," because what we ended up talking about was maternal leave, maternity leave, and then also just like splitting your time between family and work. And like as much as society is changing where it's like, oh, responsibilities should fall equally between, you know, the man and the woman
Yeah.
or whatever, it
Biologically,
never
Yeah.
it's not like that. Like
It's never
it's
gonna
can't really do it. Yeah.
kind of physically not, you know.
I mean, companies still haven't caught up. Like a lot of maternity policies are a lot better than the paternity.
Yeah.
Flip side, yeah.
Yeah, but especially for civil, since the projects are so long, it's like,
You can't go
You
out
can't,
for that long.
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah. Being a
Rihanna
woman.
is gonna have another baby.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Oh, Rihanna. I thought
What do you guys think of
Brianna.
the Super Bowl halftime show?
I thought she slayed.
She slayed. I
yeah.
love
She
Rihanna.
ate. She
I
came
love
out.
Rihanna.
She said, "But I have my money." I said, "Yeah, yeah, they better. Don't act like you forgot."
I saw an
She said-
analysis. I saw
Get
the
that
the
money.
Fenty ad. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
The dancers
Apparently there's a
too.
massive
okay,
uptick
so
Ate.
in
I
traffic.
saw that they were representative of little sperms, and she was like the ovary.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's very
Yeah.
maternal,
That's funny.
pregnant.
It was her
yeah.
pregnancy announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it was like it wasn't overt. Like I was like, is she pregnant or is she still like mom bod from
Yeah.
her previous pregnancy?
I think that was the only
But then I
confusing
read
part.
afterwards,
Yeah,
yeah.
was everyone was like, "Oh, like she just had a baby," so it's just like the post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but she was
But
pregnant
no,
again.
if
She
yeah.
pregnant.
I think they announced later
Mm-hmm.
she's pregnant. I wish she did that earlier so people didn't have to feel
Defend
uncomfortable
her,
trying
yeah.
to like,
wait a minute.
she pregnant?
I think if you thought critically about like what was happening, how she was dressed, and
Yes,
all the
yes, it's
dancers,
very obvious now
Yeah.
looking back.
I'd say
But
2020.
people were like, "Oh, she just had a baby. Mathematically, does that make sense for her?" to be
Right.
it was
pregnant?
9 months ago, right? So it was
It was
back to back.
Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a back.
women are amazing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Any other tips on like how to make friends post college?
Bumble BFF.
Dude, okay, I tried that.
Oh,
Did you
wait,
really?
I tried that.
Did you
The
make
Yeah.
no.
Oh, okay.
Really?
See, I tried it too in Denver, and I said, "No swipe."
No, I came
Yeah.
to the realization that I'm gonna lose all my friends this year. So I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
maybe I
Aw.
should
True.
start making new friends.
Yeah.
So I got on Bumble BFF,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was not it. I
Mm.
just,
The
I don't
vibes just
know. I
weren't
was like, I don't
quite-
want to be friends with any of you guys.
That's kind of mean.
I used to.
No,
But
it's
I
not
feel
that,
that.
but like,
It's just the compatibility. I just feel like we had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I
Or
feel
at
like
least that's personally for me.
in Denver I used it, and like I don't really keep in touch with either
Mhm.
of them anymore. But it was just nice having people to do things with.
mhm.
Was my biggest thing.
I feel like it's again easier for girls, but
yeah.
for guys, unless there's like, actually, I don't know why online friend making just doesn't work.
Or it just hasn't worked for me. I'm sure it's worked for.
Wait,
You think
but, like,
so? You think
as-
people have found their BFFs over? I mean,
Creator.
yes,
LinkedIn?
career for sure for me. But like online.
no,
as in dating apps
online as an
yeah.
apps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For friendship, because it's a theoretically it's a good idea because you put
Right.
in all this information about what you
Mhm.
like to do and
Yeah.
stuff, and you find people that have a common thread, but it just doesn't work. I don't know
Maybe
what
it is
is.
a numbers game still though.
I
Like
feel like
not.
you get jaded
Yeah.
after a while though.
It's like dating.
Yeah, dating is super.
Any other
Jading.
advice, though?
That's a word.
Say yes to everything.
Mhm.
Mm.
A yes phase.
What was?
Yeah.
Wait. Your friend Risa.
Yeah.
Risa.
She made a video that was
Risa?
like, "Say yes now, figure it out later."
Yep.
I really
Yeah, yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, say yes now,
Oh,
figure it
yeah,
out
yeah.
later.
Mm-hmm.
She got that tattooed on her wrist.
Hmm.
It's good.
I'm gonna
was
look
a
at my
dope
Bumble
video.
BFF and see if any new,
Yeah. For everyone
Wait,
who
hold on,
hasn't
I
seen
have
Life of
to-
Riza, so talented.
very talented creator. This is a girl. Wait, are there Bumble BFF? Do girls show up on Bumble BFF?
You can have both genders.
I forget what I had. I thought I only had dudes. Where are
the boys.
where are my?
The boys.
I don't want girls. I want to be friends with dudes. I'm just kidding.
Bruh. Brother.
Toxic.
Man, I get it now, Andrew. Remember when I made fun of you? Or I didn't make fun of you, but you only have friends that are girls, but I get it. I don't want to be friends with guys either.
That's
Oh,
all. I mean,
yeah.
I have guy friends now. Well, I mean, I've always had guy friends. I just have more girlfriends, and that's the thing. Good-
Girls are just more pleasant to be around.
It's true. I'm not gonna
Just
lie.
friendlier.
Well, not really. I love my guy friends, but
Right.
it took a lot of filtering to find those guy friends that I'd like to be around. Versus like,
Okay, this might be mean, and I mean maybe it applies to me, but I feel like the people who have to go on an app to find friends.
You're talking about
I'm on. I
yourself
was
right
on it.
now.
I know. I was talking about
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Like,
You can just say you.
yeah, like me. Am I bottom of the barrel?
Or you just have high standards.
Wait, what?
Social anxiety, maybe. Because that's like going up and talking to somebody is nerve wracking. Even when I go to an
Like-
event where I don't know anybody, oh, I get so nervous. I'm sweating. I had to put that antiperspirant deodorant on. It's like, God.
You can get
No, I
surgery
have-
for that.
Oh.
You can cut a nerve that makes you stop
Oh.
sweating.
What?
wait.
Yeah.
Can you do that for me?
Will that
No.
cause overheating? Is that a thing?
They
Your
do it
pits?
such
Oh,
that
that's
like you
pits,
just
yeah, that's
don't
true.
sweat as much. I forget. I don't
damn,
know.
Maybe
That's
I need
wild.
that.
Antihydrosis surgery.
I get so nervous.
No, I get mad social anxiety.
Same.
I don't.
Really?
It depends. Depends on who's there. If it's like
Like people you don't know.
intimidating people, like people who have like
I see.
a large body of work that I respect
Mm.
I
and
see. I see.
people that I look up to, I would get intimidated. But if it's just like
Fair.
peers,
Regular people.
yeah, that don't just straight up don't know, I'm just like, okay, I can become friends with just about anyone. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me. That's why I didn't make any friends.
Same.
Sorry, I'm still kind of tired.
Chug that coffee.
I chugged that
Come
coffee.
on.
It gave me like a lot of brain energy, but physical energy, I'm still like just sore and tired. And what does this mean? Are social media / uprising of Asian American influencers undermining harmful stereotypes?
Oh,
Undermining.
Like we're reversing stereotypes
Oh.
Yeah.
essentially,
dismantling.
like
Sorta.
Asian Americans on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Maybe.
so. Yeah. Social media is great in that sense. It's like it shows the multifaceted nature of
Mm-hmm.
humans.
Mm.
So like there are Asians who are outgoing, loud, love music, like because stereotypically Asian people are quiet, studious, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
you have now a lot of creators who can be like, hey, I'm not like your run-of-the-mill Asian person.
Mm-hmm.
You know the first TV show that did it? Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. London Tipton.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even, for some reason,
That's
when I
so-
was watching Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, I did not put, obviously, London Tipton, who's the Brenda Song?
Brenda Song.
Like, she
Yeah.
looks Asian, but somehow
She
she was
feels
not Asian
white.
in, like, my brain.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
interesting.
yeah. I
Did she
perceived her
not
as a
have-
white Asian,
Also, because her last name was
a
Tipton.
banana.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like, was
true.
her
Her
dad...
was white. They revealed that in the show.
Okay, so...
Wait, what? How?
What?
She's full Asian though.
Adopted. I don't know. I don't think they went into the
Adopted.
backstory.
So, yeah. Like, I never saw her as Asian, even though she definitely is Asian.
That was
Yeah.
a joke,
if
by
that
the
makes
way.
sense.
They also
Oh.
didn't lean
Right.
into her culture at all
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Like, well, because she came from a white family, I guess.
But I'm
But
just
Yeah,
saying,
but she
like-
did that one movie where she did, like,
Wendy
the
Wong?
Kung Fu. Yeah.
Homecoming Warrior.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Well,
a
I was
cool
just
movie.
saying, like, traditionally, mainstream media portrayed Asian Americans as smart, studious, and
Yes.
then
And
they
then there
made
was
the
London
blonde,
Tipton.
like the really smart. Like,
Oh.
usually it's like quote unquote dumb blonde, and then like studious Asian, and they just flip the roles.
Flip the roles. They
which
did do that.
I don't know if that's
That was a good
better.
thing. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing, but
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that's
Interesting.
Actually, I don't think that would fly in this day and age.
But
to
do you
be
think
honest.
that would have fit into the Crazy Rich Asians stereotype of like London Tipton being the crazy rich?
Rich and dumb.
Huh.
Rich and ditzy. Yeah,
Mm.
she felt like she would fit into that movie. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
She's the first like archetype for the Crazy,
Crazy
Rich
Rich
Asians. I
London
didn't
Tipton.
the author of it say something about how he was kind of inspired by her to write some of the characters? I don't remember. Actually, I don't think that's
Who
true.
knows?
I think I just made that up in my head.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm very interested in what it would be like to grow up in like our little brother's generation,
Yeah.
where they
Mhm.
have no like stereotypes don't really exist as much for them anymore because
Mm-hmm.
everybody's kind of on an not equal playing ground, but like everyone is being portrayed in a much more fair and multifaceted
yeah.
way. So you're not pigeonholed into like a certain stereotype when people
Mhm.
perceive you. I mean, some of it still lingers for sure, but
Mhm.
now that like a lot of media, like movies and stuff are actively making an effort to showcase the multifaceted nature of a lot of people, I think preconceived notions that you have of different races and ethnicities
Mhm.
just won't exist as much anymore. Because
Do
I
you-
don't know.
Do you still think the model minority myth is like a big thing though?
I don't know. I feel like I want to ask Philip and John that.
Yeah.
Like if that
Like,
there's still
do you
that.
guys feel?
I mean, no. Now that I haven't been in school for
I
4 years now. Yeah.
in med school. It's very different. Like
Mm.
everybody,
That's fair.
when you're in med school, everyone's
Yeah.
smart because you have to be
Yeah.
smart to
Right.
get into
Mm.
med school. So regardless of your race or ethnicity, basically anyone could be like a genius because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That's
you got into med school, you clearly are good at school.
Mm-hmm.
It's not expected that the Asians are smarter than like
Right.
the white people.
Mm.
In fact, I don't know. There's plenty of people like everybody of every race is just smart,
Yeah.
which is
No,
great.
that's fair, yeah.
I love the fact that that stereotype no longer exists at
Right.
that level.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, there are certain lingering stereotypes that still exist in medicine, more so from a patient's perspective. So like a lot of the times in the hospital, if you're a woman and you're a doctor,
Yeah.
patients will refer to you as a nurse by accident because people are
Right.
just like, oh, women are nurses,
They're so
doctors are men.
conditioned, Yeah.
So like I've heard a lot of stories of my like from attendings and like
Mm-hmm.
other doctors in the hospital be like, oh yeah, I've been like people have thought I'm a nurse even though my name tag says doctor.
Right.
I'm wearing a long white coat, only
Yeah.
doctors wear those.
Yeah.
Like a lot of patients will still refer to women as nurse,
Nurse,
and it's
yeah.
like most of the time it's not like out of malice, it's usually just like an
condition.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what
that
is
still
it?
exists for sure.
Internal biases.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because in med school I think the demographic split is like majority women.
But like,
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe that's a
There's-
recent
yeah,
thing.
it's recent probably.
Yeah, I don't think women were
Doubt that.
allowed
Does
to
it
become
also-
doctors.
So probably.
Is it also like what specialty people end up choosing though? Because I feel like
Yes, there's definitely
probably
a demographic bias towards
Mm.
different specialties.
yeah. Because I feel like I don't know. I'm probably just speaking out of my butt right now, but I feel like more women probably would tend to go towards like family medicine and like derm.
Oh, derm for sure. It's like
Yeah.
70% females, I think.
Or at least, okay, so context.
I don't
My
think that's
my
true.
family doctor is a woman, so I think that's probably why I think that.
Oh, no, I don't think that's necessarily true, actually. I mean, all the girls I'm friends with from my med school are going into really highly competitive surgical fields.
Gotcha.
I don't know why. Like, all the girls in my med school are just super badass and just like are super high achieving,
Yeah.
and it's
Good for
awesome to see.
them.
And
yeah,
a lot of my guy friends are just more chill specialties. Like, we want lifestyle, and like
right.
it's
That's
actually kind of weird
girl
because it's
bossing.
like, yeah, a lot of massive girl bossing going on. I don't know.
I don't think
how
you
to
can
say
say
that.
that, but I can say that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying that I'm recognizing that it exists.
Mhm.
Yeah, like all my close friends who are girls in med school all want to do a surgical specialty.
Dang.
Good for them.
Yeah,
That's
That's sick.
awesome.
it's pretty
Yeah.
badass. I wish I
Yeah.
had that drive in me. I don't know why.
What is it?
I'm one of those guys who just wants a lifestyle specialty and like work 8 to like 2 p.m. and just
Mm-hmm.
play golf the rest of the day.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, and that's probably what I'll end
Wild.
up doing, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, a lot of stereotypes still do exist, but mostly from a patient's perspective. Because if you're in medicine now, you realize that there's no racial or ethnic differences in how smart people are. Because like you're surrounded by peers of all different ethnicities, and they're all super smart. So you're like, okay, obviously it's bullshit if someone
Right.
tries to convince you otherwise.
Right.
But patients, like, they're not surrounded by that. They're used to what they see on TV and what they know traditionally, and a lot of them still come into the hospital with biases. And I've seen a lot of students, doctors become really frustrated by that, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
I still can't whistle.
Have you guys seen that video of Peppa Pig, like
No.
calling her
It?
her friend,
No.
and she's like, "Hey, can you whistle?" And then the person goes, "How do you do that?" And Peppa goes, "You just put your lips together and you blow." And mind you, Peppa can't whistle, and so the friend goes like this, and then Peppa just hangs up.
Wait, what?
That's like my favorite clip.
I don't know this clip at all.
I'll show you later.
Okie dokie.
You know what my
Anything
friend
else
used
you
to
wanna
do?
talk- Yeah, what?
When she was tired back at Georgetown, she'd take a paper towel, run it under the sink faucet, take it back to her desk, and slap herself.
Oh,
What friend was this?
I was like, we're gonna beep out her name, but I was like, what's that paper towel for? And then she,
That's funny.
interesting tactic.
I like that. I'm gonna start
that's
using
so
that.
funny.
I think the best way to stay up is like eating.
That definitely brings me straight. I started doing a super light breakfast because
No, not eating anything heavy, like light snacks.
Oh, just things to munch on.
Yeah, because like I used to have the problem of like falling asleep at the wheel. Like
Oh.
I've almost like gotten into like several accidents where I might have died because I would fall asleep
So
at the
I'll
wheel.
drive back to Columbus too.
But I've developed strategies. Like it was the summers when I would work downtown and I'd have to like drive from home, like that 30-minute commute on the highway. Like sitting in traffic is just not my thing.
Yeah.
I fall asleep on a car super easily.
Me too.
yeah,
It's something about the constant rumbling and
very
I
soothing.
think it's also
Very
because
soothing.
when we were kids, Dad would take us on a lot of road trips. Yeah, and I like some of my core memories are like sleeping in the red Ford Windstar.
yeah.
Yeah.
a classic.
So mom or dad told me that when I was a baby, the way they would like lull me to sleep was to take me on car rides. Like
Yeah.
apparently I fell asleep. I think that conditioned me to just like associate sleep with being in
Driving,
the car.
Yeah.
So like when I was on these commutes, I would just always like just doze off and like it can be like I remember one time it was like torrentially pouring rain in traffic and like you couldn't even see out the windshield. Usually people are like super alert in those.
You're just like,
I was just like,
Jay
I
chilling.
can't
Bruh.
stay up. I'm trying so hard. Like these are really dangerous
Yeah.
like
Wow,
conditions, and
Yeah.
I'm still falling asleep. I'm like, Jesse, just wake the up. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna die, and that's still not enough. Like thinking those thoughts still was not enough. And then one day I like brought sunflower seeds onto the car and started munching on those, and like because you have to actively crack open the seed
Right.
and like eat the
Huh.
seed.
That's
That
good.
stimulated me enough to
Nice.
like stay awake. So now if I need to go on long car trips, well, what I've been doing recently is like hitting the vape, which is not healthy.
Oh
but
my
like,
god.
but on long hard rides, like that's kind of what I need to do to stimulate myself to go
What?
stay awake. I'm not doing that anymore,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Too
now
strong.
I think I'm gonna go back to chewing sunflower seeds.
Oh,
That's
For
a good
me-
That's
good
better.
tip. Yeah.
I just need to play bangers.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
It's the
Blast
same
it,
thing.
and I start dancing.
And I've screamable lyrics. That's what you
Exactly.
need.
Yeah, I do that
Yeah.
too, but sometimes that's
It
not
wears
enough.
out, so-
yeah.
Yeah.
You can do like 3 or 4 songs, and then you kind of
Yeah,
get tired of the
how do
loud
you have
blasting
you
music.
can't have 3 hours worth of bangers
That's fair.
or 4 hours, however long you're driving.
No
It's just
skips.
tough.
I listened to a great audiobook.
Nah, that would put me to sleep.
Same.
and everything.
Oh no, it was a sci-fi.
You have to be
fantasy book.
invested into
I was
it, yes.
so invested. That was the quickest 12-hour drive that I've ever had
Damn,
from
12
St.
hours.
Louis to Denver. I just played that
Damn.
audiobook, drove straight through.
Yeah, I think that could work. Podcasts sometimes work,
Yeah, you have to be
but
invested.
you have to be invested.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, this wraps up today's episode of the Rooftop Pod. Thank you all for joining in, and welcome back to Three Siblings Rooftop Pod. I'm your host Jesse,
Three
and
boys.
3 boys.
Wait, what? Huh?
2 boys plus girl.
3 boys would work
Huh?
if I wasn't so tethered to you.
Well, it's a song.
I love you, Omar. Okay, I'm your host Jesse, and signing out with me is my sister
Rachel.
and my brother,
Andrew.
and we will catch you on the next episode.
Peace.